Roll it again.
We'll go natural and
Roll it again.
If I'm dreaming, if I roll this and it's a natural 20, I'm still in the dream.
You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me.
This podcast is a dream.
That was take one. That was take one. It was a joke, guys. It was a joke, guys. It was a joke.
I'm freaking the fuck out.
Guys, it was a joke.
No way it happens again, right?
No, don't do it.
We'll end with it.
Keep the power, guys. Holy shit! Holy shit!
We gotta make sure we have.
I don't even care. We have a camera that's all used nowadays. Backup's not bad though. Backup's not bad. We gotta keep. Guys, I finally convinced John to watch a Nolan movie. My favorite director.
No, we've seen a second one.
We've seen our second Nolan movie.
We have watched one.
We have not. Okay, we've been saying Memento forever. And then we passed Inception, and John and Patrick who was singing with us throughout the whole movie. I've never seen Inception. Click, click. We're watching Inception. So I love Memento, but Inception is Nolan's masterpiece, and I will die by that. This is his movie.
It's I feel like the hype got me.
Really? You think it? You think you rating it? Or I want to get the ratings, but
it was overhyped for me.
Damn.
So just know it's probably gonna be
damn
somewhere.
That sucks.
Like
I love this movie so much
because it's I think Inception was a better movie to me.
Interstellar.
Yeah, Interstellar. Mm. Inception was a better movie than it's a...
Really? He's in the dream!
But I mean, I feel like it was pretty predictable. Like, I knew that it ended on the top spinning.
Look, so maybe something you said to me during the movie, you're like, because my other roommate, Jacob, came out, I'm like, have you ever watched Inception? He's like, no. And I'm like, damn, none of you guys have watched Inception? And you say, yeah, we didn't watch Inception when we were 10 years old. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think I watched this when I was 10 years old.
And you're like...
Something, and my mind was blown. Because I couldn't predict. I didn't know what a prediction was. But I never seen Interstellar or Tenet or Memento, any of his other movies.
Well, Tenet came out in 2016.
Yeah, the more recent ones. But even movies with predictable endings, I don't know what else was coming out around that time, but I watched Empire Strikes Back.
Are you kidding?
That's not nothing was predictable for me at the age of 9 or 10.
Were you did you know the big twist going in? Have you ever watched The Sixth Sense? Know that Bruce Willis is dead?
I watched that and I had no idea. I watched that either my freshman or sophomore year of college, so 2 or 3 years ago, and I was blown by that.
You were.
That was crazy to me. I had no idea that was the twist. I knew the phrase or the quote, "Look, I see dead people," went over my head. I had no idea.
And then there's
I watched it on a laptop screen across the room. So.
There's also I don't know, the twist that Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Yeah, I was saying, but that's not. I wouldn't say that's predictable.
No, but did you know about it going in?
No. For as much as I get stuff spoiled for myself, there's a lot of stuff I don't. And so the times I don't, I'm completely mind blown a lot of the time. I don't think I can name a time that I'm I saw that twist coming.
I'm trying to think if there was any just because like, a lot of the bad guy twists nowadays, it's like, oh, that makes sense.
They don't feel good nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, they're much less rewardable, and I can't name an instance off the top of my head, which I feel bad about.
Hans in Frozen, did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
That one was actually pretty
That's
well.
a good, like, as much as, like, oh, don't marry him now, because he, like, you don't know him. As much as that is an obvious point,
It's like,
to throw him in as the villain on top of that, I'm sorry, maybe 2016, maybe me at 13 years old.
what? I saw that on a Disney cruise before it came out.
Really?
Yes, because like Disney cruise, if you're on it the week before, I'm not sure if they still do this, but the week before the movie comes out, they'll have a like screening.
There's not a lot of things I've seen that are like, for the first time, I go and I'm like, oh, I predicted that. In fact, I don't think I can name a time. If I remember a time after this, I'll put it in our own comments. But right now, I can't think of a time that I've predicted something. As much as I'd like to say, like, oh, I can predict stuff. I've been watching White Lotus lately. That's a hard show to predict. Because you know someone's going to die in the end of the season. That's an episode 1 thing going in. I have not been able to predict who dies. And so that makes me feel a little bad. I feel sad not knowing I can't see the future in that.
I mean, like, what is it?
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
There's very just like weird times where I'm like, oh no, I think it's the whole Walter Mitty thing where it's like, oh, I know it's going this place, but I'm not gonna say it. Like,
What do you mean with Walter Mitty?
Like the whole when he's taking the picture, like sometimes I keep these for myself.
What do you mean you predicted that?
I predicted like some things in like previous movies we watched, and I'm like, no, I'll keep that on the inside.
Oh.
I'll let Ryan see that.
Like movies that you've seen and
that I haven't seen before.
like what?
Like what movies haven't I seen on this? Like when we were watching Wolfman.
Oh.
And I'm just like, no, I think it's gonna be like his dad or something because his dad is missing. And I'm just like, as soon as it happened, I'm just like,
I Walter Mitty that.
Yeah. I'm like, sometimes I just want to look at it, live in the moment.
Sometimes I don't take the picture. That's funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Dark Jabroni wouldn't think so.
Dude, I don't think we start. I think I opened my laptop. Oh, we did. Okay. We're drinking our third Infinity Stone today. We're drinking Juicy Monkey. It's our third monkey beer. Same brewing co. Victory Brewing. We've drank Sour Monkey and Berry Monkey previous episodes.
Lotus hops.
What does that mean?
It's like saturated from lotus. What? There's lotus in here.
No, I do believe that because I do feel like I'm reborn when I drink a monkey beer.
When it touches my lips.
What else? What?
I mean, I like the dream sequences.
You did turn to me a lot of the times in the movie like they're in a dream, and yes. So I'm going to say this before we go any farther into this analysis. I saw a review of Inception very recently. So this is not my own idea. I do not claim it as my own idea or my own perception of this movie. When Cobb is in so you know the totems?
Yeah.
Cobb's totem is not the dice or not the top. Yeah. That is his wife's. That is Mal's totem. His totem is his wedding ring. So every time he's in a dream, he is wearing his wedding ring. Every time he is not wearing his wedding ring. And that stays true through the movie, but in the end scene when he's seeing his kids, they do not show you his left hand.
Damn.
And I've probably seen this movie, I'll estimate around 7 times. This was my 7th time. I did not know that the first 6 times seeing this movie.
Did they show him getting off the plane?
Yes.
He hands the person his passport.
Oh, well then maybe not. I don't know.
Then maybe it shows his left hand.
But they show it every other... So they show it, like, at the beginning when he's going into, the, like, washing up at the beach the first time and meeting Saito for the, like, first time. And then every other time during the movie, I'm looking at his hands now that I know this fact. I'm like, damn, I see it. It's a dream. Damn, I don't see it. It's not a dream. And they don't show it. They explicitly don't show it. He hides it behind a chair when he's grabbing the chair.
That's fun.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, I mean, there's no gripes with actors. Everybody's good in this.
It's the Batman cast.
Yeah. It's Robin.
So I haven't seen Batman Begins, but I have seen Dark Knight Rises and Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
The second two.
I would say Dark Knight Rises is the best one out of those movies.
The third one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I told this on
I think you've said that before.
During our top 10, I'm like, because you know I like Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
And it's just so much better. Like, the only thing Dark Knight has for it is Heath Ledger Joker.
I need to rewatch the whole trilogy because I don't remember anything. Like, I don't remember any plot point of anything. I know who the villains are in each of them, but I can't name a single thing that happens.
One of the memes I saw, it was, do you know when Bane blows up the football field?
Yeah.
The Chiefs. It was literally like Drake watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He goes, what a beautiful singing voice.
Yeah, I did see that.
And it was just like, so it like was like Kendrick Lamar singing at halftime.
Yo, can we get a cease and desist from Drake?
I don't care about Drake. I didn't do anything.
Dude, you suck.
I know a Drake like lover.
You know a fan of Drake.
A fan of Drake currently, and was talking crap on the halftime show. I have...
Telltale sign. Telltale.
She's a girl.
Oh.
Which was crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay.
Oh. Are you like...
Millie Bon Jovi Bobby Brown would have some...
Bon Jovi... What?
Millie Bon Jovi Bobby Brown.
No way that's her.
I don't know. Maybe it's Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi. It's one of the two.
She's not related to Bon Jovi.
She married Bon Jovi's son.
Really?
Yeah.
She's
You
younger.
didn't know that?
She's younger than me.
She's 20 years old.
That's crazy. Millie Bobby Brown.
Bon Jovi. That's her name now.
That's just crazy. Like,
No, I went home today. I was talking to my sister about this. I'm like, is it Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi or is it Millie Bon Jovi Bobby Brown?
you're breaking news to me. That's crazy.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
I did not know.
She's
Sorry,
married to Bon Jovi's son.
I do not get. I thought she was a Bon Jovi at first.
That would be insane. That'd be a crazier plot twist than what I'm saying.
But I'm like, the Stranger Things kids, they should not be getting married right now.
No.
They're
They're younger than you. They're the same age as me, which is... I don't feel good saying that. Like, the first time I watched that... Like, I watched season 1 probably, like, 2 years after it came out. And to know they had already caught up in age just, like... was, like, psychic damage to me. It hurt.
I mean, what is it? It's always a weird thing. Like, I get this more with sports. Especially since I played against the defensive rookie of the year for the NFL.
Like when you hear like sports players' age.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like, I played against him. Like, and it's just like, when I played that kid, I don't want to say I was better than him.
Yeah.
But usually, like, if I'm playing like against somebody really good, I remember who like they are.
Yeah.
Like, this kid did not remember who they were.
I know you're not a Slushy Noobs fan. I've mentioned Slushy Noobs multiple times. I even put some sound effects in our episodes to reference them. Maybe you guys are. I'm the same age as Hamza, and that scares me. But I guess you don't know who that is.
I don't know.
You don't know who Hamza is.
But it's like people getting drafted into the NBA right now, they're 19.
Yeah. It's insane. Or the military.
I think I might have to go back to school.
Guys, I could play Fortnite, but that's about... I can't even play Fortnite. Sometimes I get down by middle schoolers.
Leave me alone, I'm just trying. So you thought strength was your out?
That is something... I think that Arthur and Eames are my favorite character in this movie. Arthur has the best scene in this movie, and you said it before the scene that came up, is the rotating hallway. Yeah. It's our second movie with a rotating hallway, because our first being Nightmare 4 on Elm Street, which I think we talked about it, but I didn't fully realize that.
Yeah.
That scene is fantastic, and I think it's such an easy prop to put up. It's not that hard. You're gonna build a set anyways.
Make a cool room.
Make it rotate. Make it spin. Who knows?
Maybe for the project that we are writing.
Oh yeah, you want to build a rotating hallway?
I mean, if the budget was there.
If the budget was there, I totally agree.
Yeah.
But the budget's not there.
Make it spin for
me. Make it spin. But also Eames, like the Eames, like turning into different people and whatnot. When he's like, oh, I know a girl character that like can whatever. You see him change in the mirror into the old man first, and then he turns into the old man to talk to Cillian Murphy, and then there's the scene with him as the woman. It reminds me of Matrix.
I've never seen Matrix.
You've never seen The Matrix? Oh my god.
I know.
The woman in the red dress? You don't know?
No.
So, Neo and... God, what's his... Morpheus. Morpheus. Walking down the street. This is their dream. He's in the Matrix. He doesn't know. I think that's probably what Inception is based off of. It has to be. With, like, the woman or whatever. Because Neo and Morpheus are walking down the street and they pass by a woman in a red dress and everyone else is like a man in a suit, whatever. And Neo just can't take his eyes off her as she walks by and he's having a conversation with Morpheus. And then Morpheus goes, can't look off the woman with the red dress or something, and Neo goes, what? And then they like warp into the next version of the Matrix. It's a very good scene.
Yeah.
Great movie. It's very similar to Interstellar, to be honest. Not Interstellar. I keep saying Interstellar. It's Inception.
Being a DM, this gives me so many ideas.
I hope it gives you ideas for my character, John.
So
as someone with dreams and maybe some mind control and maybe some inception of his own.
I keep on hearing the Watcher, and then he became aware of another one, and then it's
like what if? Like
yeah, like
ugh.
But like
not what if.
No, but like the scene where Ultron like becomes aware of the Watcher.
Oh yeah,
that's a cool scene.
Yeah, I do like that scene. And he breaks through the wall.
I think
we did watch season 1 and we didn't watch season 2.
Yeah, season 1 pretty good. Pretty good. Season 2 didn't watch it.
Didn't watch it. As
season 3 did not watch it.
There's a season 3.
Yeah, it was the last season. It just came out.
I didn't even know there was a season 2. I thought season 2 was the last season.
Nope.
Marvel, what the fuck?
Howard the Duck had a child with Marcy.
That was Marcy.
The third lady in Thor. Darcy.
What? The girl from Two Broke Girls?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was literally a what if episode.
Who came? What gooner came up with that?
What lurch that is just? Hey, I
guys,
think we should. What if the duck fucked the girl from Two Broke Girls? Say that again.
Animate that.
Do you know Disney? I believe I heard this.
Mm-hmm.
If you create a character for Disney, they have a file on record of every single. Because you know how people on Reddit and other websites will just automatically make fan art of all that
fan art.
All that is on file.
That's fucked.
In case they ever want to make a copyright claim.
Anyone playing Marvel Rivals, you're fucked. anyone who's ever played Invisible Woman, you're fucked.
No, Sue Storm.
Can't wait for the movie to come out this year. Can we talk about
Fantastic Four?
Fantastic Four.
It's gonna be a beautiful movie.
It looks so good. I said this before the trailer even came out. I'm a fan of Joseph Quinn as Human Torch. Check the tapes.
I'm going to say this right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a thing that's just Marvel's back. Just
a thing? Sorry.
But just like, hey, Marvel might be back.
I haven't watched Brave New World yet. Finally, they addressed the Celestials. I'm so glad. I don't know what the plot's going on. I don't know why Giancarlo Esposito is there. I'm confused.
Do you want me to tell you about the...
Did you watch it?
No, the what if that would have happened after Uber Eats on Saturday? I almost went to Disney Springs to watch Captain America.
Oh, you had. I want you to tell me about it.
I would have been in the same theater as Anthony Mackie.
You fumbled.
It was literally...
He was at Disney Springs on that night? Oh my god.
I'm like, should I buy the ticket? And I'm like...
Imagine.
No. Imagine I'm sitting in the theater alone and it's just Anthony.
You turn... How'd you feel about this?
So it was the...
God, I wish you had.
It was the biggest, like... Because if it happened, I would have just taken pictures of it. I wouldn't have told you until, like, right now.
No, I know you wouldn't have, and I would not believe you if you said... I wouldn't believe it. I would not believe you if you told me that right now.
It would be John Empty Theater, Anthony Mackie.
You add it to the folder? Please, you have to take this picture with me. You have no idea how much this means to me.
Please.
We gotta upload the John and Empty Theaters folder.
Yeah. We gotta shoot another drive-in movies one of these days.
Yeah, we could do it for Brave New World. I think once a month is much more respectable than once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Why did you promise that?
I can change the description.
Please.
Right now, just put wah wah.
That's too expensive.
Well, I mean, what is it? $9 movies.
Okay, that's better than a $14 Wolfman. I can't do a $14 Wolfman every 2 weeks.
Sounds like you're a prostitute. I can't do Wolfman for $14. $9 at the very most. Trying to talk down your price.
No. That's not it. What else happens in this movie? God, I'm not.
Everybody's a Batman actor.
I mean, yeah, we brought that up.
His kids, the faces. He finally sees them.
That's the plot.
Like,
that's what he's going for the whole time. I got some...
His wife got a training on.
You did say that. Because we're watching with Patrick the whole time. Patrick goes... Because they're on the train in the first dream sequence, and Patrick goes, what's this problem with trains? I love trains. And John goes, maybe his wife got a train ran on him. I go, you have no idea how right you are, John. That's the plot. I can go through my facts, though.
I just saw a magic card on you.
That is a magic card. You'll never know which one it is. Maybe after. I got some movies that came out in 2010.
2010.
And I got a movie that came out in 2007.
Okay, I'm locked in.
And I got a movie that came out in 2008.
Okay.
From here on out, I will give you a 2-year buffer. Because we did this for Severance. Even though it was a TV show, I've also done 1-year gaps before. 1-year gap is too close. It's
a toss-up.
The 1-year gap is a toss-up. 2 years, you can tell the difference between something. But I got 5 movies, and 3 of them are 2010.
2007. It would be fun if I tried to guess the movie that you're going for, and like.
If you want to guess my 2007 movie and my 2008 movie, go ahead.
2007.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like Toy Story 3.
You really think that came in 2007?
No, that
I gotta check out when that came out.
That came out in like 2010, 2011, probably. Because Toy Story 4 came out in 20...
That was 2010. That's crazy.
Was it?
Yeah, it was 2010.
Oh my god, I'm crap.
That's around the time. That's not on my list though. The movies I got.
Oh my god.
This guy. Movies I got. Number 1. Shutter Island.
Fuck you. These are all fucking Leonardo DiCaprio movies.
Like 15 minutes in, John brings up Shutter Island. Number 2. How to Train Your Dragon.
So what was the other gap? 2012?
No, it's 22. So 2010 is when this movie came out.
Yeah.
3 of these movies are 2010. One's 2008. One's 2007.
Okay.
Number 3. 28 Weeks Later.
28 Weeks Later.
Mm-hmm.
We've
been talking about that one recently.
Yeah, because 28 Years Later comes out.
I haven't seen any of them. I need to see them.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Also, shout out
to the fact that
28,
28 Weeks Later came out at some point, at least whatever years ago, and the new one's coming out at least...
I think it's...
At least 15 years later?
Yeah.
Is crazy. Which I guess kind of makes sense if it's years later. Yeah, 15 years would be 2010 to 2025. Yeah, at least.
Damn you.
I chose my words. Number 4, The Tooth Fairy.
Tooth Fairy starring Dwayne
The Rock Johnson.
As the titular.
Great movie, by the way.
Yeah, he plays a hockey player.
I do confuse that game. Or not that game.
With the game plan.
With the game plan. I was going to say
Very
that
similar.
movie with the game plan.
I think it's the same movie.
It's gotta be. I'm pretty sure it's the same daughter actress.
Yes.
Is it not?
I think so. You know she's in American Pie?
I did not know that.
She's like in acting again.
I don't know, but like I saw The Tooth Fairy, I go, oh, I know that movie, and then I thought of the game plan, and then now I'm reading it now, I'm like,
no,
I don't know The Tooth Fairy. I know of The Tooth Fairy.
The game plan, because I remember she's allergic to peanuts.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't breathe. Yeah. What's in this? Peanuts. Hereditary.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god.
We're gonna watch that at some point. Number 5, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
That's with Josh Hutcherson.
That's with Josh and
The Rock.
Not The Rock. The Rock's in the second one.
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
Dude, The Rock just replaced Brendan Fraser.
I'll give you another hint.
franchises.
You can exchange Journey to the Center of the Earth for Inkheart if you want, because that's another Brendan Fraser movie. Same year.
Same year?
Same year.
Then Journey to the Center of the Earth is 2007.
Okay.
It's either 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go Tooth Fairy is 2008 as well. And everything else is 2010.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my god, I'm correct!
I think 28 Weeks Later is 2007, Journey to Center of the Earth is 2008, the rest is 2010. But yeah, either way,
yeah.
You got the 2010 ones right. Which, what surprises me is Shutter Island is 2010 and Inception is 2010, which is both Leonardo DiCaprio. And then Inkheart and Journey to the Center of the Earth are both same year.
Yeah.
Both Brendan Fraser.
It's
crazy how people can film, like how fast people can film.
Well, I think it's because of production. Because
But you don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get multiple people being in the same films per year anymore.
I mean, Jack Quaid's in like everything.
That's true.
I feel like
he's in Companion and he's in the other new one where he can put his hand in hair oil fryer. It starts with an N, I think.
Oh yeah, like where he's like a robot kind of.
No, he just can't feel pain.
Oh.
He is like the condition where you can't feel pain.
I know what you're.
Yeah. Novocaine.
Novocaine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's all like production schedules. They tried to get it out by a certain day, but sometimes it gets pushed back.
I think what's ruining it, honestly, is TV shows.
Yeah.
It's like the production of TV shows takes much longer than movies.
I know
Sucks.
people will try to get TV shows before movies.
I feel like because you're almost guaranteed for a second season.
Yeah, at this point,
Now-
unless you do a Netflix show.
No, and
because then they'll cancel a good one.
But now that we've watched a TV show on the series Severance, like getting yourself on a series of Severance is almost bigger than getting yourself in a movie. Because you're guaranteed for a second one, you're guaranteed for more money and more screen time.
Yeah.
And that sucks. Because, like, I feel like it's not... You do have less screen time in a TV show if you're a side character. Like, Mark had 9 hours. He's not on the full 9 hours of Severance.
Yeah.
Season 1, but you get season 2 of him as well. But, like, movies are pushed more, whereas TV shows are now only on streaming services.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Well, that's the world we live in.
Is it too bad to like that? Am I a bad guy for not liking streaming services?
Did we end up just paying for more cable?
It's just more cable.
Yeah.
Are we just two white guys talking about cable?
we
Are we just 2.5 men talking about the Holocaust?
Whoa,
And we're not funny. But actually we're drama.
That's a crazy comment.
Thank you, Darth Jabroni.
I can't.
I love you, Darth Jabroni. Darth Jabroni. Now I can edit it. There you go. I know myself. You're welcome.
But I mean, this movie has a lot of good timing elements. I think it's because we watched Severance, and Severance has very good timing at like when they're at the end of season 1 when they're in the outside.
Yeah, and I think a big thing that has to do with it is I don't know the editors of these like productions, but the names of the directors, like Ben Stiller and Christopher Nolan, those are big names, and you don't get that many big names in like a bunch of products. I think these people know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think they know how to draw someone in. Ben Stiller has been in a lot of movies. It's been in a lot of comedy movies. I was thinking about this the other night.
He made a movie about animatronics coming to life at night in a museum.
Oh. No, yeah, okay.
And
I don't think it's animatronics,
little...
A wax, yeah.
Little me was like...
Or Dodgeball, or Starsky and Hutch, or...
Heavyweights.
Or Heavyweights. And then he puts out Severance. It's like, how do you know that? Like, your brain was, like, you've been in so many comedies over the years. How does your brain lock into the biggest, like, enticing drama of the last 5 years?
Here's the thing. Tropic Thunder disguises itself as a comedy.
Okay. No, go ahead.
It's a comedy.
Yeah.
But there's other things being told in the undertone, like, oh, yeah, because, what is it, when Robert Downey Jr. goes, I'm just a dude who's playing a dude who's playing another dude. That's literally Robert Downey Jr. talking there.
I think he breaks character at one point in the movie.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he does, yeah.
And it's literally, I'm playing a dude who's playing a dude who's playing another dude. And that's literally him playing Lazarus, who's playing
the black guy.
And it's so, like, fourth wall. Mm-hmm. He's telling you he's playing another dude.
Does it go that many layers? I'm curious.
Yes.
Now. Okay.
It goes exactly the amount of layers for him to be playing an actor who's playing another guy.
The fact that he accepted that right after Iron Man came out is insane to me.
I think he read the script once and he's like, I'm in.
He had it in the bag with Iron Man, and he almost threw it out the window with Lazarus if Ben Stiller had not taken the hit with Simple Jack.
Which I don't... like, I don't take offense to anything in this film. I think it's...
You're also...
But, like, it's also artistic. Like,
Oh.
it's like, no offense, but it's like...
R in there? Like...
Like, if you get mad at everything portrayed at art, then you would, like, oh, the Nazis are being represented, like, in Indiana Jones. Like, you're giving them that platform.
Oh, like, okay.
Like, but, like, they, like, people who get offended at everything would be
like in the first Indiana Jones, oh my gosh, people are playing the Nazis.
And it's like,
I see what you mean.
If you see clips of Steven Spielberg on set, he's like, okay guys, when you do the salute, make sure you have your fingers crossed behind you.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, because nobody in that set is a Nazi.
No. But like if you're gonna make a movie, then you got Schindler's List. Oh no, people praise Schindler's List for being a good movie. You can't do that and have Indiana Jones be a bad one. It's like, I get what you mean.
Like, people...
Yeah.
I believe that's why they weren't Nazis in Crystal Skull. Is because that's when they started, like...
Well, there's also none in Temple of Doom.
Oh, yeah. But then,
Which is, like, the prequel to the first one. But, yeah.
But it's just, like, the whole, like...
Times were changing.
We have bad guys. We can just pull out the pool of bad guys.
The Russians. Yeah. And the most recent one is back to the Nazis?
Back to the Nazis.
Okay. Yeah.
Time Nazis.
Time Nazis. Now that they can time travel.
Do you know the term parking Nazi?
No.
It's when you're trying to park and then, like, somebody who's, like, parking you in is like, nope, can't park there. That's a parking Nazi.
Oh. For like grammar Nazis and stuff.
Grammar Nazis.
Yeah.
I know a grammar Nazi or two.
Let's not go on a Nazi tangent.
What are we, Kanye? Ryan, take off your shirt.
What does that mean?
The Grammys.
What?
With his wife.
What?
His wife. Oh my god. I gotta show you after. Hey, do you want to explain to Ryan about Kanye's wife at the Grammys? we have a guest.
Special guest.
Why am I getting pulled? Okay.
So he said something about the Nazis and then said, "Take off your shirt." And then
No. I said, "Oh, like Kanye," and then I go, "Ryan, take off your shirt."
Something about the Grammys.
Yeah, he doesn't know about Bianca.
Hi. So Kanye's soon-to-be ex-wife at this point in time, I checked my invisible watch, is Bianca... What's her last name? I don't know. They showed up to the Grammys uninvited.
Oh.
And you want to know what she was wearing?
I'm curious now.
A really full black coat.
Uh-huh.
And not much underneath.
Oh.
She was wearing something, but it was just like, you could see everything. What is that?
That's what she was wearing.
That's what she was wearing. She took the black coat off, and that is what she was wearing underneath. It was his most recent publicity stunt. Did you check the time? He's gonna release an album soon, of course. What is he gonna? He's gotta release an album when he goes on Twitter, talks about Nazis for the second time, and then has his wife dressed naked to the Grammys.
That's the opposite of subtle.
Yes, that's the point. You know what Kanye does now? He has done forever is be contrarian. Does not matter the limit
Crazy.
but if it gets him album sales, he's gonna do it. No, don't do that. Don't make your wife dress naked to the Grammys uninvited, and don't say great, don't do that.
Pretty simple, like
Bleep that.
I got you.
No,
You're done.
Click send.
That's recent Kanye. Well, recent Kanye.
That's crazy.
Recent Kanye, as in like
Last thing
a
I
month
heard about
ago.
Kanye-
Like a month ago. Like
The last thing I heard about Kanye was he and Kim Kardashian were done, and then Kim
that's
Kardashian.
the last thing you
And
heard.
then Kim Kardashian and Pete
Davidson.
They've been
Davidson
dating for a while.
And now Pete Davidson is getting rid of his tattoos. You hear that? He's a better man now.
He's getting rid of his tattoos.
He's like getting them all
Laser.
undone, laser removed.
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
I wrote a nat 20 when you.
He did.
I heard screaming and assumed.
Oh my god!
First try.
I was peeing and heard screaming and I assumed. Yeah, Kanye.
Any thoughts on Inception?
Yeah, that's such a wonderful movie.
Fun movie. I heard you talking about how 10-year-old you didn't have any concept of foreshadowing.
Yeah,
Um,
that's pretty. Yeah, I did.
which I guess is fair.
Look, 10 years old. I was in 5th grade. I was just hitting my peak of like gifted. I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm like, oh, I was in class, and like I heard a topic I didn't quite understand. I'm like, I got to ask a question about that, and I go, fuck, I'm digging deeper. My gifted teacher used to draw shovels on a paper and go, dig deeper. And I'm like,
I bet that traumatized you.
Oh, for sure. No, for sure. I'm like, my brain is like ruined from that.
Sure.
So like now I like need to know. And like
Right, well,
that's the shovel on my paper.
That's not a bad thing.
Hey, Gnome's shovel of like I think that was a subconscious shovel in my brain.
I think you might have to roll.
I might have to.
Is this what you do with my spin down D20 that are left on the table?
Yeah.
What?
What you got? What you
This
got?
is
Yeah,
M20.
make sure you're not in
Alright.
a dream.
Yeah. John's in a dream.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm in
good.
a dream.
We're
right
good
now.
though.
Well, that's not how that works. We all we're interacting with him. So
You guys are in my dream.
also, if that's his
Sounds
totem, we touched his totem, and now it's,
Oh, you're
now it's
You're
unreliable. Now it's unreliable. Good movie. I did think it was fun. I think it was a fun one where it's like
I can't believe you guys have never seen that before.
I just never. That was not in the FX movies that my dad had turned on.
That surprises me.
It is
I think it was too high quality for FX, as compared to like RIPD.
I should have watched it.
I gotta throw an RIPD reference out there.
Why throw in an RIPD?
It's the one I remember on FX. Like that's
true. That was the ad. That's
Yeah.
why you remember it, because that was one of the ad ones.
Did you see the
Same
SNL
with King
clip
Kong Skull Island.
with? So SNL 50 was just over the weekend, and they asked Ryan Reynolds to go, "Oh, how are you?" And he goes, "I'm good. What did you guys hear?"
Really?
That's crazy. That's crazy, actually.
And
God,
then,
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. I don't. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Huh?
oh my god!
Oh, the scandal.
What's going on?
So Blake Lively was
Wait,
on
what?
Maybe I heard about it.
With
the director.
Blake Lively's movie. What? We can explain it to you after.
No, we're
Right now?
Yeah,
Sure, go for now.
they don't care about Inception.
Alright, they don't care.
they watch a minute.
They've seen this movie, unlike you guys. That's true. They watch 53 seconds and they're done.
But Blake Lively had this director. The director was like an ultra was like, "Hey, I really appreciate working with you." Texting her at like 3 a.m. at night.
Damn.
And Ryan Reynolds thought like, "Oh, this is weird," and then like tried to cancel him. And like, there is this whole big deal.
I don't know. I mean, I'd be suspicious. That's fair, but I feel like they've had a solid relationship for a really long time at this point. So.
Well, according to some resources, oh my god.
Me when I'm trying to do homework in my bedroom. And you call down to talk about Kanye.
Me when you answer your door to Kanye.
He's here.
His contrarian works.
Just be.
His contrarianism works.
According to some sources,
Bro, make
no,
music.
I won't get into the drama.
Make
It's not worth it.
music. Don't say you love Hitler. It's really not hard to have a career.
I was in the bathroom earlier, and I did get a Instagram feed that was just like separate artists from their work or whatever.
You can't always do that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but what if their work like has improper shadowing in the painting?
What if they're a really good person but their work sucks?
That's fun.
I'm like, that's a little funny. What if I made really bad racist music, but I didn't believe any of that at all?
That's not.
Separate artists from
That's insane.
I thought you meant bad quality, not like.
No, bad racist is wild.
It's crazy when you meet like an actual racist in real life.
Yeah, when your experience, you've told me twice.
Really.
That was wild.
Yeah.
The people you meet in Orlando.
No, don't dox us another level.
I wore a UCF shirt last
He's
time.
wearing
I've totally worn more UCF merch on video.
I wear UCF alumni.
You did.
Every couple episodes.
I graduated in recent years.
Graduating in May.
You can find my name if you look up John.
My LinkedIn.
I don't know. Like separating art from the artist. Can't always do that. I'm not gonna lie. You can't. No, there's always some degree that is related. I don't know if you can fully.
Speaking of graduation.
What? Oh, Kanye.
No. Oh, fuck, he spilled beer.
Again, you did it again. You were wiping your pants and did it again. Look at your other leg.
Yeah, no. That was all one spill. It's all one spill.
Nah.
Did you?
Inception was good.
Yeah, I mean.
He said he predicted everything. Did you?
No, I didn't say that for this.
Did you feel like you?
Well,
I feel like it was predictable.
I was.
We're ahead.
You
You read
I
ahead.
felt like you were saying stuff that was like, oh, he knows.
I have a tendency to read ahead, especially in media.
Yeah.
But like, I know how to read a room, and that translates to reading a script. Yeah. Which I don't think is a negative.
No.
Sometimes it spoils a movie, right? Like I don't get the big reveal.
But I see that as a huge positive.
But it's like I know how to like read through the lines, and I can appreciate a storyline for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think having it at the beginning as an allusion to where you can drive where the boss guy who's hiring them, I don't remember his name, Saito.
Yeah.
He in his delusions as an old man living like 50 or 60 years, call it, because they don't keep track of time at that point anymore. His mind went back to the architect from the beginning of the movie, creating the dream space to house him in before.
Where's the same dream space?
It's the same dream space, right?
Yeah.
His like, I think his subconscious question mark past limbo knew it was limbo. And so it was like, you came in with Cobb, was the last time you saw Cobb in as like a dreamscape thing, and knew you were aware of it, and projects the construction of that scape, and so then that makes the opening scene clean up. Obviously it's, I don't give everything to Christopher Nolan as terms of, well, he's a director.
Directors don't do everything.
No, they don't.
No, I can't.
But also, like,
I rewrite him all the way.
I'm not undercutting him. He's great in this, and he's great in a lot of things. But I think the wrapping it back was good for whoever did it on the cast, of making it that same setting as that beginning. So I'm not gonna lie, I was typing on my computer when I was watching that first bit, so I don't remember how it transitioned to that first dream.
There's
extraction.
It's like, if you can't predict a movie, at least in some sense, then it wasn't set up to be
Sure, yeah. No, I agree.
like, perceivable. Like, you need to predict it. Someone at least needs to predict it to see the correlation between beginning and end.
Yeah, there's going to be some
For it
sort
to
of
make
connection.
sense.
Chaining through the movie.
Yeah.
You need to see how the relevance happens.
Yeah.
And that is a big impact for storytelling in general. I'm going to talk about One Piece. So,
let's get into it.
So One
I can't
Piece,
get into it.
No,
I know.
You
I
can't
know the answers.
Spoilers you have. This guy with fucking spoilers, One Piece, and any other anime I watch, and I try to get him involved in. You see anything about it? If you see that it's pre-time skip, watch it. If it's post-time skip, don't watch it.
I wanna
This
know.
guy, I know. I think Oda does such a good job with foreshadowing, but he sets it. It's not actual foreshadowing because obviously he doesn't think of everything before.
No, you can't.
Right, no, but you set it up ambiguously enough where you can relate those things in. Think of A New Hope. A New Hope, there is
I'm
one
intrigued.
line. There's one line
I'm intrigued.
Obi-Wan says.
I fought with your father about the Clone Wars.
Yes, that is the exact line I'm thinking of. I fought with your father in the Clone Wars. That spawned
An entire
Not only-
series.
the entire series,
Entire
the entire
comic.
prequels,
The comic books.
the comic books, the other books that were written after, right? If you set up ambiguous plot points for a long-term series, you can do a lot with it.
Yeah.
And that's how storytelling works. So it's like
I
when
saw on
you
TikTok that it was of that line, and it was Marty McFly going, "You don't know that yet, but your kids are gonna love it."
But if I was in that movie, because my dad didn't watch A New Hope in theater, but watched Empire and
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi in theater.
Yeah.
So I would have fucking loved to watch Empire in theater on release. Oh my god, Empire is my favorite Star Wars movie. Empire's good, and I love the prequels.
That's a brave one.
I love the prequels.
That's a brave one.
I'll say a hot take.
Sure. What's your take?
Rogue One.
Okay, Rogue One's good. No, Rogue
And I was
One's good.
gonna say you're crazy.
No, Rogue One's good. I would say of those, like...
Maybe now I'm the popular answer, but it's Revenge of the Sith for me.
I mean, so, like I said, I love the prequels because I think the storyline that they try to go for is so enticing.
And
I love...
I'm
a history nerd.
You do need to watch the 3 prequels in almost back to back to back. It doesn't have to be all the same day.
No, like,
But,
Revenge of the
like,
Sith is amazing.
Within a week.
No,
within
okay.
a month at least.
Revenge of the Sith is the payoff you get for watching the first prequel movie. I love the first prequel movie, but when they're fighting a war on the Windows XP background, when they're fighting a battle on the Windows XP background,
Sakala!
Yippee!
I saw a.
But I love it.
Do you know Darth Maul's actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is like very into Star Wars.
Yeah. He loves Star Wars.
And he said the perfect like timeline to have your like show Star Wars to anybody who doesn't know it. It's really you start with New Hope.
Yes.
Yeah. That's really...
You then go to
Attack of the Clones.
no.
All 3?
You go to Phantom Menace,
Okay.
Attack of the Clones,
Oh, because you want to say the...
Revenge of the Sith.
All 3?
You do the full prequels? Yeah.
And then you do
That'd be fun.
you go back,
Mm-hmm.
you go do Empire Strikes Back,
Okay.
and then you do Clone Wars, and then you go back to Return of the Jedi.
I've never seen
what's the
the
whole
Clone Wars
Clone
show.
Yeah.
I watched... I need to go... Now, well, it's on Disney Plus, for sure, so I need to actually go back and watch it. There is a spot online where you can figure out... Because they're not in chronological order.
Yeah.
You can figure out the order to watch it chronologically,
Certain
and I
episodes.
tried, and I could not keep up with it because that's a lot of work for a show.
Is there like
But
a
I
certain
love
amount
it.
of minutes?
I fucking love the Clone Wars.
There's like a certain amount of minutes in Revenge of the Sith. Like you have to watch, and then you watch more episodes, and then you watch.
I don't know if it's
I could be
in
wrong
the
about that.
I don't know
I
if
might
it's
be
in
wrong.
the Revenge of the Sith. It's usually the way they slotted it was between the movies in the prequels.
Yeah.
Specifically after Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
In between Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Because Attack of the Clones is where the clones come into the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when Obi-Wan goes to Kamino to go find out about the clones of
they
Jango
show
Fett.
up on.
Is that
Geonosis.
the one thing though, like Star Wars hasn't tried yet, like time travel?
I hope they never.
I don't
touch
want
it.
them to.
I don't want them.
I
to.
don't want. Okay, again, Disney's already ruined it. The sequels suck. I'm not gonna lie. Force Awakens was okay. I'm gonna put out that Force Awakens was okay, but it was too much of the Disney cash grab of the current era of movies, and
It's okay.
plug and chug the nostalgic bits, and then
Chewie, we're home.
Chewie's here.
Because Chewie's here.
Lando's here.
They go. No, Lando's not until the third one.
Right, but that doesn't matter. It's the same formula.
But
right?
they put it like, oh no, they're in the bar and they're playing really good music, and it's like it's just the Tatooine. Yeah, it's just the Tatooine jazz.
Playing that in Moss.
It's not that exact
Moss,
music.
It's fuck, what's her name?
It's
Ray's. Or the
yeah.
orange bar.
Yeah, like
And then Maz brings
Maz's
Ray's
Cantina.
Maz's Cantina.
Well, and then it's Mos Eisley on Tatooine,
On
but
Tatooine.
Maz with a
Yeah.
Z
The person
is yes, the lady who owns the bar.
This random lady who has the lightsaber in the basement.
somehow has Anakin's lightsaber.
I'm not gonna lie, Cloud City is lit. Why are we talking about Star Wars for Inception?
Is
Anyway,
it on
but-
Bespin?
Yeah,
Are
Bespin.
they on Bespin? I don't know. I don't think so.
That also implies that lightsaber got found somewhere on Bespin, which is
Possible.
no. What I'm gonna say is it's a drug colony.
It's a
You know
toxic planet.
Yeah, and Cloud City is manufacturing drugs.
Yeah.
That's what Lando's doing there.
Which is
he
in
owns it.
Solo, by the way, if you want to Solo.
It's a drug colony, right? It's
Yeah.
manufacturing drugs that get smuggled by people like Han Solo. And Lando had worked his way up by gambling, as seen in Solo.
Yeah.
Solo wasn't that bad, but
It's not bad.
Not the worst.
No.
Rogue One obviously is good.
I wish, in as much
What?
as I like, it's not Merrick, but with the person who plays Merrick, what's his name? Haymitch and Now You See Me
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
didn't fit.
He was in SNL 50, by the way.
Not a good fit. I didn't like him.
In Solo.
I think it's Merrick. I don't like him.
Yeah, I think so. What, John?
But why male models?
Why are we quoting Zoolander?
Sorry. I just felt like we
Ben
wrote
Stiller.
Ben Stiller,
directed,
it's really-
I'm pretty sure.
Ben Stiller was in the audience at SNL.
Back
50.
to
They panned to him actually, because Olivia was showing me clips. They panned to him.
And
Ben
then
Stiller. Me when there's did you see the there was something I saw on Instagram for how much night and museum are at night at the museum.
Yeah.
He does
It's
the whole
percentages.
He does percentages of a pie chart for
Yeah.
how much night and museum individually and together are in night at the museum.
that's awesome.
I was lied to about 17% of this movie.
I think it was like 20 something was day and not at the museum.
Yeah.
Because it's him talking to his kids. His
Pretty
kid,
good.
His singular kid.
Pretty
in
good.
good time.
All-time quote, dum dum give me gum gum.
It's a basic ass quote. John.
So-
There's no deep cuts.
The song that plays in that scene is "Weapons of Choice" by Fatboy Slim.
Which scene?
With Dumb Boy Gimme Gum Bum.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, and then it's him with a gum. He gives him the gum, and he has the hockey blocker for like all the mini guys. Like,
Yes.
It's called "Weapon of Choice." It's by Fatboy Slim. The album cover is no. It's who plays
Robbie Malik.
no in Severance.
Adam Scott.
No, the gay guy that's not Irving.
Oh, Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. The album cover is Christopher Walken. And there's lyrics in the song that say, "Walk without rhythm, you won't disturb the worm," which is a Dune reference.
Dune reference.
And Christopher
I know
Walken
Dune
is the
reference.
Emperor in Dune.
Yeah, he is. He is.
I'm going 5 layers deep.
Have you read Dune yet?
I've not read Dune.
I have the copy.
I've not touched the first page of Dune.
You have
But
to read. You have to read
Christopher
Mistborn.
Walken's-
Never mind. I was gonna offer you Dune. No. You need to fucking read Mistborn first. This guy,
I haven't touched Mistborn.
I keep telling him, read fucking Mistborn.
I haven't gotten that much farther. in
Have you
book
seen
trips
the
yet.
author of Miss Byrne talk about other authors?
Brandon
No,
Sanderson?
but
Yeah.
The goat?
I saw like an interview of him, and he goes, "Yeah, Miss Bourne was like my 14th book." And then I look at like Colleen Hoover, who did Hunger Games, and it's just like that's her first. Like, come on.
I won't lie. I know he's Mormon, and there's some amount of he's Mormon. He's Mormon. I know this, but there's in Mormonism.
It's more womanism. because they have multiple wives sometimes. if you really think of
They're the reason. Side note from what I was gonna talk about, but they're the reason why having like polygamy was illegal in Utah for the actually in the United States for the longest time.
Brandon Sanderson
No.
did polygamy?
No, Mormonism did. Not even that. No, Mormonism just
Mormonism.
they had a gunfight with the U.S. With cops. And that sparked laws that stopped polygamy
They're like,
from happening
Guys,
for
this
years.
is a history podcast.
Like literally, it was the U.S. government looking at Woody, and Woody is Mormonism, and they're like, "We don't like you anymore."
I would love to just set
I was about to say, what the fuck does Woody Harrelson have to do with Mormonism?
I would love to just set up a camera and be like, you guys just like tell me about history, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Just have a GoPro set up to your chest, where it's like a first-person scene in the bottom corner of the video for the entire time. Like, it's so funny.
It's literally the La La Land scene with the
What? The history's crazy. What I was gonna go on-
that's our 200.
What I was gonna go on about is like, you know how like Mormons will come to your door. And talk about- That relates to they need to, as young men, need to go out and talk to people,
Okay.
and that it's like you need to get so many people to commit to the faith or talk to many people to like as a rite of passage to grow up. Like
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
I feel like you would like Hereditary.
Probably.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I don't know why I haven't. But
I saw it by myself in the theater. That was kind
We'll
of.
watch it sometime.
But there's like a there's a whole like I don't know a doctrine about wealth. God loves you if you're wealthy, and so that there's a whole like thing for specifically Mormonism has a big like tenet about it, where it's like if you're wealthy, God loves you, and so there's a big push to do as much as possible to be wealthy, so God loves you.
Yeah.
Which explains why Brandon Sanderson has written so many fucking books.
He does it for his religion.
He wrote like fucking half of Wheel of Time. Yeah. Have you seen the setup of him signing books? He has like 6 people standing there with moving the stacks and opening the books and then placing the stack of books in front of him. So all he has to do is sign in the same spot over and over again to not to have as little wrist damage to his hand as possible. So that way he signs as many signed copies of books as possible.
Maxing?
Yes, and also writing an insane amount of literature. But he's cracked at writing.
But he's so good!
It's so... You say that...
I've read one book of Brandon Sanderson, and it has one that has no series, it's Trust in the Emerald Sea.
Yeah, and it's a reference to every book series he's written because it's all in the same universe.
So now when I read every other book, I'm like...
Yes, because I had finished the first 3 for Mistborn. Because there's... You know he wants to have like 10 or something books for Mistborn? He wants
He's
to do
3
it.
in,
He wants
he
to do
wants
the
10.
eras. He's 7 in, Ryan.
I'm so behind.
He's in the second era. It's cowboys right now, Ryan. I'm doing cowboy stuff right now.
I need to lock in on the book I'm reading to get back into reading. So I almost thought I was back into
Go
reading.
hammock.
Go
hammock on
That's what I
campus.
need to do. I restarted Percy Jackson. I thought I was back into reading. I got through the 3rd book and I stopped. And I'm
I
like,
didn't know you stopped.
I got through
I remember
the 3rd
you
book.
telling me when you
I
restarted
restarted.
again. Yeah, for the series on.
Those books slap. Rick Riordan, you're a guy.
God, he's so good.
He's so good.
He was my favorite author for the longest time.
Yeah.
To do those.
I never got into the Egyptian series, but
It took me a second. It took me 2 tries. I got in that second time and I was like, actually, this is not bad.
yeah.
I didn't follow up much on the Norse one, but it started strong, and I watched I read the.
I never read
first
the Norse
3.
one, but the Romans ones went hard.
Right. Well, the Romans one is
More
Percy Jackson era 2. It's the Naruto Shippuden of Percy Jackson. It's post time skip, if you will.
Now you caught me again.
Yes. See, that's why I roped you back in. This guy hasn't seen One Piece. Yeah, this guy hasn't watched One Piece. Well, you started.
You're not even to Alabasta.
Yeah.
You have your
No,
own
I
account
mean,
on my Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
You have your own account on my Crunchyroll. Just watch it.
Yeah, I should.
That's me when I say I'm gonna read Mistborn. That's what I say. I know.
But
He's never gonna
what
watch
is it?
You were watching Thriller Bark with us, and you were like, "Yo, wait, this is kind of
That's it.
That's it. Fucking, it's Mario. Yeah. Don't worry, you don't have to deal with the laugh around time skip anymore.
I made for D&D podcast. I made
Sure.
3 towers.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. I would like to
It's
actually
almost like I
experience
know
that.
there are 3 and not 4 towers.
there-
You've made all of them.
Seems like you made 3 to not be 2, so we can't be like, oh my god, a dragon's gonna hit the towers.
He
No!
figured it out.
It's almost like there's 3, so I have to say, yo, is that a 3rd dragon? Just to ruin all of your encounters.
There's no window.
Guys, I see a glint out in the distance. What is that? We should go see that. What is that? Go check out Tales of the Grimoire.
Yeah,
All 3 of us are
go
on
do that. That's true.
Yeah.
I play Ren.
Holy shit, Ren is on our podcast. Guys,
I
you're
need to
never
actually
gonna
make that helmet at some point. When I'm graduated from my current degree I'm working on. That's it. I'm not doxing myself more. My current
Look
degree
him up
is-
in the
Don't
registry.
give him a time or description.
when I graduate and I have more time, could make a helmet. That's all I'm saying. I can actually set up a camera.
Record with the helmet on. Sorry,
I was gonna bring up the Zolark mask for when you guys met him.
You not Zolark.
Well, Zolak was in the tower,
Zolak
preventing
was
you from
there.
opening the animal gates.
Yeah,
Zoink
no,
was the clown.
Zolark was the clown, and then it's Zorias has the mask.
Zorias.
Zolark had a mask as well.
No, the
The
parrot
Zolak bird
mask
mask that he wore during one session.
Oh yeah, that
that I can't breathe out of.
one. No, you can't breathe out of, can't sneak out of.
Oh
It did not fit on your head.
No.
Yeah.
It was made for a child.
I love when you can see me breathe. The beak
The beak just went in and out.
It did. It like sucked in and sucked and pushed out.
Yeah.
God, I want to play Lost City again.
I know, it's been a while.
I have a wizard, but I don't know where my cape is. I'm really mad about that. It's probably
it?
probably somewhere in my closet. I don't
fair.
know.
Oh, yeah.
I have the hat. I don't know.
Holy shit, you have questions and true and false and guess the vote.
Yeah. I mean, we did go on a 30-minute Star Wars rant.
Oh my god.
I love Star Wars.
The parts.
I'm disappointed in Disney. Anyway.
Don't bring up the parts right now.
No, I'm not.
So I got 3 fun facts. 2 of them are false. One of them is no. 2 of them are real. One
Yeah,
of them
better
is
be.
false.
2 of them better be real this time.
2 last
Well, I
time
hit me with 2 false facts last time.
because I forgot that I changed one of them.
So you're like, that's wrong, actually.
I go, actually 2 of these are false. After reading them, 2 of them false.
Fuck you.
Oh boy.
So in an effort to combat confusion, television broadcasts in Japan include text in the upper left corner of the screen to remind viewers in which level of the dream a specific scene takes place in.
Okay.
No.
Number 2, the totems were handpicked by Sir Christopher Nolan based off items he found in his house in his board game set. Number 3, Sir Christopher Nolan has said that the snow-based third-level dream was inspired by his favorite James Bond movie.
So I was gonna ask about the. Oh my gosh! I almost brought this up. Was the why is it in a snow scene? Why is the third that has to be so difficult to build in? But then it's Chris who plays Count Dooku.
Christopher.
Yeah.
He
Christopher
is
Lloyd.
Chris.
No.
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 I know he's real. He's real James Bond.
He's
yes.
real James Bond.
Yes, he's real James Bond. He is who
he
James Bond is
snow-skied.
after.
That was true.
Yes, he is who James Bond is based
Based
off
off
of. So him in Lord of the Rings as Saruman when he was trying to explain to Peter Jackson, there's a scene where there's a clip of the behind the scenes where he's explaining to Peter Jackson, no, people make noise when they're stabbed behind in the back. They grunt and they go, ugh.
Yeah.
So you can't just have the scene be silent, and that's why Lord of the Rings is
Second
cool.
one's true, first one's false. There's no upper caption forward level of dream and whatever.
Man, I mean,
Ruins the movie if they do. Sorry,
It's
Japanese.
true. It does ruin. It ruins.
Sorry, the Japanese.
Sorry, the Japanese. You ruined the movie if you did that.
the
That's
Japanese
fake.
production companies that
Yeah,
Dub it?
you
Yeah.
guys ruined Christopher Nolan's movie, so he made a movie of how we bombed you.
He did that.
He did that. That's not a
that is true.
Can you imagine being
That's Fox.
Can you imagine being
Guys,
in
what's
Japan?
my movie? I'm gonna make an Oppenheimer movie.
No, I'm gonna go with the snow scene was fake, just to have a different answer. That's it. That's all.
This thing's real. It's the only one that's real.
So you both are wrong.
Oh my gosh, the second one.
The second one is the fake fun fact.
Read that one again.
It was that they were all based off of things that he found in his game
A
set.
chess
I
piece
would
of
believe
dice and a top?
I mean,
I believe it, but
if I made that up, then I just know Christopher Nolan.
I don't know if that's. Yeah, hold on.
Whoa.
You don't know Christopher Nolan.
This guy.
Someone's made up. Wait a minute.
No, roll it.
Go ahead.
720.
So it's confirmed.
Oh. Footage.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
How do you know Christopher Nolan? I guess is the question.
I don't know.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So this podcast definitely ends with us turning the camera off as I'm rolling it, right?
Yeah, before we
Well, now that you said it, yeah, I guess we have to.
Yeah, we have
Fuck
to.
you.
That's great.
Oh my god!
Because I was about to put it down.
Yeah, I know. I told you to roll it.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
So
M20 fans out there.
I was supposed to say that's me when I toss a beer to my friend and he jumps off and jumps out of the window. When I toss a beer to my friend and I undershoot it and my friend jumps out of the
No,
window.
I overshoot it. It goes over the balcony.
No, undershoot it because they're across in the other hotel room.
yeah.
Across the street from me, a couple stories up. Jesus Christ!
He jumped for the beers.
You know if you watch the movie.
Go watch the
Go watch the movie,
As
please.
apparently many people haven't seen it.
So I have a guess the budget.
Yeah.
Here we guess the budget.
No matter what we guess, we're wrong because it's his dream.
I have
Guys, we can't make this up. Guys,
I have two numbers. I can't believe we have that on video.
twice. Uninterrupted. We have not interrupted this video.
Yeah.
You say that and you cut some stuff. And
I have-
I have to bleep me saying stuff.
I'll add a bleep. I won't add a cut.
So I have two numbers.
I promise you that.
I have.
You better remember.
They're both gonna be millions. I have 185 million and 160 million. The two movies I have are Inception, which we just watched,
No way.
and
No
The
way.
Dark Knight.
Oh,
That's a good pull. That's a good pull, though.
The Dark Knight's the second
So-
one though. That's a higher budget. That's gonna be a higher budget than this one. This one's 160. Dark Knight's 180. Sequel's gotta be higher.
I agree. I agree.
Think of the two boats Christopher Nolan got.
What boats?
Bomb this boat.
Yeah,
The other
that's
boat.
gotta be higher.
I think Dark Knight's higher.
Dark Knight's higher.
I think there's more. There's more explosive. There's more
Yeah.
pyrotechnics in Dark Knight.
And also, I think you're just paying. You're paying for Michael Caine again.
You're playing for Michael
That's
Caine
true.
again.
You're paying for Christian Bale.
Again.
For a lot of
Again.
people.
You're paying for Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
He left this movie and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hire all these same people again."
Yeah.
Cause what, like, Did you guys talk about it already? That
Batman Begins came out in 2005.
There's so many Batman actors.
There's so many Batman actors
This
in
one
this
came out-
movie.
This movie came out 5 years after the first Batman Begins came out.
Mm-hmm.
Now Morgan,
That's a lot.
Morgan Freeman couldn't be in this movie because he was too busy filming Now You See Me.
Which was also Michael
The
Caine.
same year.
Also Michael Caine.
It's also Michael Caine.
Hey, I
This is peak Michael Caine era. It's these like
What was
6
popping
years.
off?
Is Michael Caine still alive?
I think
so.
No, he hasn't died.
I feel like there,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
feel like
like
one of
there
us
should
would've
be a
heard about
it.
movie where it's like Michael Caine, Christopher Walken, Morgan Freeman,
I say
and they're all like, we
Willem
gotta film
Dafoe.
one.
No, Willem Dafoe. Get them all in there.
Like all the old guys, and they're just like, we have to film one more movie.
Yeah,
before
but they're
we
all
die.
like spy badasses who kill a lot of people for no reason. No real good reason other than the fact
I
that
say
they're
I would have heard of Michael Caine's death, but I didn't know David Bowie died, so I could be wrong.
call it like Bad Boys.
No, it's gonna be like Kingsman. It's gonna be like the third
No,
Kingsman.
another
No.
Kingsman.
I would like this to be its own.
Third is a choice because there's the third, but
There's a third Kingsman?
it's the American one.
Yeah.
Well, the first one is.
Britain.
There's
Two. There's two.
Is the third one
Kingsmen.
the prequel one?
No, the third one's the American one. Is it
What?
not? Am I wrong?
I
I could be wrong. I don't know all my Kingsmen. But the first one and the second one are both British proper Kingsmen.
Oh.
And then the third one is guy from G.I. Joe. What's his name?
There's Kingsman Secret
Guy from G.I.
Service,
Joe. What's his
Kingsman
name?
Golden Circle,
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
and The Kingsman.
Yeah. There's three.
You're
You're still wrong. You've just proven you're wrong in the
Okay.
first place.
I see three of
I see three
Yeah,
on
there's
there.
three.
The Kingsman is the American one, no?
The Kingsman, I've never seen. Kingsman Golden Circle is Pedro Pascal and Channing Tatum. That's the second one.
Okay.
So you
For-
were wrong on the number.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah, but there is a third.
But you got it.
I think
There's three.
I think the third one's a prequel. I've never seen it.
One of them is
I
Samuel
could
L.
be
Jackson's the
100%.
villain.
That's the first
one.
one. That's
Samuel
the
L.
first
Jackson the villain.
And they just make like
Pedro
the
Pascal.
bad guy a really young guy for For-
I didn't
for
watch.
the-
I watched the first one. I don't remember watching.
for the old
It
man
does
movie.
have-
Just make like a really young guy be the bad guy, like Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
They're
Is that
trying to
Stanley-
find
That's a crazy young
Is that
guy.
Stanley
by the
Tucci
way.
twice? Is that Stanley Tucci twice? I think that's Stanley Tucci twice. I think that's two Stanley Tucci's.
No, it's not.
Right there and there?
That's not.
That's not Stanley.
Mark Strong.
Is that not Stanley Tucci?
No. No, that is
Take a
not Stanley
screenshot of your
Tucci.
phone right now.
And put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
That's Stanley Tucci.
Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot.
And if you don't put
It's
it
in
up
the
on-
image. Ryan's fucking wrong. It doesn't say Stanley
No,
Tucci.
it says Mark Strong. That's Stanley
It's
Tucci.
not Stanley Tucci. Did you watch The Kingsman?
Mark Strong and Stanley Tucci are two different people.
That's the same fucking person.
They're just bald.
They're both bald.
No, it's not.
Your dad's bald. You're bald phobic? What are you talking about?
Your dad is Stanley
Your
Tucci.
dad's bald. Your dad's
No, they
Stanley
don't look the
Tucci.
same as Stanley Tucci and fucking Mark Strong. It's the same person.
What?
No, they're not. Dude, you would fall for Clark Kent Superman.
You would fall for Clark Kent. He's an abominable insult.
You would be like, wait.
You would be a guard in Whiterun in Skyrim saying, "Must have been the wind. Must have been the wind."
That's the same guy.
It is not.
Send that to you, John. You can put that on the feed of when we post this video.
No, you put it in the video.
I'll put it in the video. I'll intercept it in the video. That's the same guy.
He's not.
You're crazy.
Just wrong.
It literally
They
says,
look exactly the same. Guys,
With you.
I wish you had this
Can't.
same ferocity, like when we were watching Severance last week, and be like, no, Milkshake's actor and Donald Glover are the same person.
that's not Helene. That's Helene.
That's not Marquez.
I'd laugh if I watched Severance.
This guy. I just spelled it for you. I'm sorry.
I'd be good at watching.
But you got some questions.
I do have a question. What's the weirdest dream you ever had? You can go for it.
I could ruin myself here. I could ruin myself.
That's
I had a
Crazy.
dream that I was at the Grammys with my wife, and I told her it.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's go ahead and ruin myself.
Sure.
My freshman year of college,
Sure.
I pissed my bed.
Didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I peed myself.
Sure, that's
I
okay.
found a toilet and I
That happens.
peed.
That happens.
Yeah,
That's
So I woke up super early before my class, went in, washed dry my clothes. I peed my bed like 3.5 years ago.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That
At
happens.
20 years old, I did it.
That's fine. Like that happens. It hadn't happened to me in a while, but that happens. I'll say one that sticks with me is as a child. I don't really have nightmares. There is one that I have had, and I remember it vividly. I had a nightmare about the Blue Man Group. I wasn't really aware who they were at this point in time, and my nightmare was literally just flashes of their close-ups in my face.
How is that more embarrassing than me pissing myself?
I don't know if it is, but this is my embarrassing.
Just like,
No, yes, that. But imagine.
I imagine, but it's like it's flashes of each of the three.
Yeah,
of them.
right. But it's like full screen. There's like a full screen one of them staring at me. There's a full screen three of them staring. I don't remember the order. I don't remember. Yeah,
The order.
Pissing myself is fine.
What are their names?
I don't fucking know.
What do you mean the order?
Bluey.
No. Like I don't remember the order of what images flashed my head, but I remember the images. There was like the three of them staggered. One of them full screen with like
Bohemian Rhapsody.
what?
You Bohemian Rhapsody them?
Sure. I guess. But I was fucking terrified because conscious me did not know who the fuck the Blue Man Group was, and I just dreamt about people fully blue staring at me,
Dude,
taking the full vision.
I had the
myself.
same thing, but it was the people with human bodies and dog heads on Sesame Street.
I have been scared of pissing myself since. Every time I like see a toilet in a dream, I violently wake up and check myself.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's a reasonable thing to do. That's a reasonable reaction to that.
And then the Blue Man Group is just like,
No, yeah. I've had my one lasting nightmare that I remember. I remember the dream.
And then they hit the flip flop on a giant PVC pipe, and it's like.
I'm fine about the Blue Man Group. It was a nightmare of, I don't know. I was too young.
So funny.
yeah, I got chased around by Bigfoot a couple times.
Yeah, you told me that one recently.
And like it was everybody like that I knew, and it was like, holy fuck, Bigfoot's over there, and we would all hide in a building, and Bigfoot would always find me, and it would be like a very Slenderman, the 8 pages,
Did you have bad hide and seek moments in your life, John? Is
Bad
that what you're
hide-
telling me?
I don't mean to brag, but I was like, have you ever seen Always Sunny?
Not all of it, but
There's an episode where they hunt cricket.
Speaking of pissing myself, I was playing hide and seek one time, and I had such a good spot,
And you,
and I couldn't reveal myself to go pee. I really had to go pee.
God,
I
Manhunt goes crazy.
I refused to reveal my spot, so I pissed myself to keep my.
Whoa, your commitment!
My commitment was crazy. I pissed myself to keep my spot.
Commitment.
Wow, I peed myself a lot.
during Manhunt one time, my buddy tricked my other buddy into running into a cow fence.
Oh my god!
He ran full force into it, bounced off, and
I've seen the one video where the guy narrowly misses it. It's like
it just shot.
yeah, right. Yeah.
You can't really move much after that.
Yeah. It was so
It
funny.
makes me think of whenever time I go back to Ireland and I can't talk myself
Can't
more.
talk
I have
yourself.
family from there. That's as vague as I'll go.
Shit.
When I go back and I go to, whatever. I go to one of the spots where they filmed stuff for Star Wars, and me and my dad hike up there. But we always, every time we hike up there, we have to. It is enough that people really want to figure out who I am.
If you want to go in the circle.
I don't even. But when me and my dad hike up there, every time we go, we hike through cow fields.
Yeah.
And it's just whichever one's not on rotation. And so every time we have to check that it's like, oh, cows, which one are the cows in?
Yeah.
So you have to like check where the dividing line is and then look both ways and then you see cow patties the whole way up, but it's like...
This guy's in Moo Meadows.
But it's a gorgeous hike. But
it is. I've been up there. It's pretty good.
Did you go up there?
Yeah.
When you went?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Did you go out there?
I don't know if I went all the way to like the peak or whatever, but like I did go up that specific hill. Yeah.
Really? Up the Three Sisters? That's enough information.
Yeah.
But
they had the sign on the fence that said,
"Don't trespass."
Last Jedi was filmed here.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I'll just fucking did Ballyfurter, but like it's past Dingle. Yeah, it's on the Ring of Kerry. It's off the Ring of Kerry slightly because the Ring of Kerry I guess goes somewhat close to there, but it's like Dingle is mostly.
If you're going to Ireland, you know of the Ring of Kerry. It's not that specific. It's like
yes, and there's a lot of Ireland.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
There's a lot of Ireland, but it's smaller than Florida.
Touristy Ireland, no, but touristy Ireland. Yeah, no, I was right.
Yeah, you're right. Cliffs of Moher, Ring of Kerry are two things you should do for sightseeing.
Yeah,
and Blinding Stone, which is.
I always wanted to go over there.
You should.
Because it's very nice. It's very like I'm a big history guy.
Surprisingly, that's the first time I had ham pizza. It was in Ireland.
How much history you do?
I do some history.
Okay.
There's a podcast called Time Suck, so I know like a lot about like just random serial killers.
That's true crime. That's different than history.
But then like they also do like history on the Warrens. So like
the Warrens, okay.
From like The Conjuring that they're based on, like I know a lot about their entire life. So I know very specific little pieces.
Sure,
and
but
then,
I think, in my opinion, if you've got some way to learn history, if it's through a specific niche, do it. Yeah. Right, like as long as you know how time periods work.
Yeah.
In like what major events in this time, I'm looking at you, Ryan, but. What has happened, like major events in each time period, even if it's vague and you don't know all of the details, that's fine. Like I'm a bit extreme when it comes to being a history buff. I'm a war history nerd, which means I know a lot of the details because you get into like really specifics and then I'm like, oh, that conflict is interesting. It's the same reason why I like the Clone Wars. We're wrap it back to Star Wars for this.
Oh my God, we're back!
It's an Inception episode, guys.
DiCaprio in ages.
this is kind of very.
He's not in Star Wars.
This is very
Inception.
Yeah, I know.
This entire episode is very episode within an episode within an episode.
It always is.
It always is.
That's Inception, baby.
It really is. It really is. It's really never about whatever we're talking about, except for my Lighthouse episode where I kept trying to bring it back to the Lighthouse.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is.
It was your first episode. You didn't know how it went. We never talked about the actual movie.
Yeah.
We talked about Wolf Cop enough.
I think we did, yeah.
And Curse the Were Rabbit? No, we didn't.
I don't think
we talked about Curse the Were Rabbit.
No, I think we talked more about Marvel.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think that's what we talked about.
I think we were like, what are our Doom things? And it would just
it was Doom. There was a Doom announcement. That was right around Comic-Con.
And me just going like, I would rather...
anyone else.
Well, because John and I know comics at least enough. Because every time I talk to my girlfriend, she's like, and you read the comics? I'm like, I didn't really. But I'm always like, how do I know the comic shit? I never really know why I know the comic shit, but I do. And it's like, I don't know.
Just like a TikTok, and it's like, this is what TikTok, you need to know about
DarkTube. I think it's just me being terminally online, and it's knowing enough about like, oh, this is an alternate story for the comics or whatever
That's
else.
how I know about the Iron Fist that's in Marvel Rivals is not Danny Rand.
No, it's not Danny Rand.
Is another Iron Fist is TikTok.
Right. You're fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot you can get from it.
He's got fucking swords in his hands. It's like, that's sick.
Yeah, isn't it? It's Which sword? It's a legendary.
It's
sword.
a legendary. I think he is like sword hero or something. He's like
Yeah.
I don't know, but he has some legendary sword embedded in his fist.
Yeah, like Wolverine's son has the Black Blade, which is
Excalibur
also in Terraria.
in his fist?
That's not Excalibur.
Oh,
It's,
is it not? Oh.
it's Muramasa, I think,
Oh.
which is in Terraria. That's why I know it's Muramasa.
Not the Terraria reference.
Yes, it's a Terraria reference. It's not a Terraria reference. Terraria reference Muramasa existing,
Yeah.
but as a legend. But yeah, like
It's been a while. Like, when you said Terraria,
It's me referencing Lurch while we were watching.
Ryan referenced Lurch yesterday, and I just go, "What did you say?"
Is that Lurch?
I don't know Lurch.
From Addams Family, the
Yeah.
super tall, like zombie-looking guy.
Like the Frankenstein butler.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not the hand and not the thing.
Lurch.
Lurch.
There's the thing, the hand, and then the
Thing is hand.
Thing is
thing is hand.
Cousin
and then
Id.
Cousin Id.
Cousin
the
Id.
hairy one.
Yeah.
You're dumb and you don't know your
Come
Addams
on.
Family
Did
lore.
you do your beer facts yet? Do you have beer
We
facts?
haven't done beer facts in ages.
Really?
Ryan would probably give me like, here are 3
Well, it's
dream
also
facts.
what the
I can't give it. I can't
it's
give it the third three facts about Victory Beer.
Brewing. You just make everything up at that
Yeah.
point.
They're all fake, you idiot.
Actually, the beer isn't 9.5%.
I'm start giving you like a single true or false question about the beer.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. There's less. The movie changes every time. The brewing company does not.
No.
So it's hard to do.
Which level would you guys stay at?
Stay at.
None of them. I don't. So we go back to
So like, if you're
Like
surviving, like if you're told,
if I just got shot.
if you're told like that you're in level 1,
Uh-huh.
you'll be here for a week.
Yeah.
Like, would you go deeper or would you try to stay?
Do I have the same job as them? It depends on if I like.
Well, no, there's the room of the all the old men, like all the old people in the room in from where they're looking for Yusuf,
Yeah.
and the guy who's like, look at how well my sedative works, and he shows a room of like
That's
30-something guys
That's true.
permanently in a dream, and one guy watching them all.
Well, it's because that's how he said that's.
They're
the
sharing
only-
a dream.
That's the only way they can dream now.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I was typing on my computer.
'Cause it's
I mean, I imagine that that's sort of like, not Black Mirror, but like that sort of like cloud upglowed heaven, which is kind of a typical thing when you're
have
talking
you ever
about
seen Upload?
upload. No.
But if you go
Maybe.
all the way down, you can make your own reality.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I was getting to. Where it's like there's some version of it where it's like
You gotta go somewhere.
you
You gotta min max.
I would go deeper. I don't know. There's some layer of like we know how the metaphysics work for the movie, so
Yeah.
it's like you know how to get out.
If
of
you
that
know
when
you're all
done.
the way down, and you know you can manipulate reality to whatever you want it to be, how satisfying is that? Like technically.
That's part of the movie.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
part of the movie. That's part of the questioning of like he called it quits after 50 odd years,
That's what I'm saying.
and was like, and then also
You gotta go back
killed
up.
his wife IRL from it. So like
On accident, it was on accident. He didn't do it on purpose.
yeah,
He
no,
said.
it is.
He
It was
said.
a crazy pull, but like
You
it's-
got in order to get out of here to go see our kids. You gotta kill yourself,
I
and
feel
then.
like he could have just talked to her. To be honest,
No, that's what he did though.
which
That's
she locked it away. But I
No,
would feel like
but
okay,
no,
right.
He talked to her. Him talking to her. Hey, you gotta kill yourself to go see your kids. That was the inception of when she did wake up after killing herself. I gotta kill
Yeah.
myself to go see my kids and kill herself in real life.
Well, no. Well, what it was, yes,
Yeah.
but not that way, because the way he did it was by spinning the top in the safe.
'Cause
And
then
so
he
the
had
top in the
control
safe
over her.
permanently spinning was her base subconscious, now questioning reality forever.
No, it was what he said when they're laying down the train. It's like you're waiting for a train to hit you and wake up.
But
That was after, again,
He did spin the top,
after he
yeah.
spun
He
the
has
top.
their
It
totem.
was,
So
she
he
locked
knows
her
the way
totem
now.
away. She locked her totem away because she was like, I don't want to leave here. She did that before they got old. Because they were going to do the whole
But, like,
growing old together. That was their dream.
But him, like, he spun it and then locked it away. It's like she doesn't know that it's still spinning.
That's the critique of the movie, right? So, no, but that's in her subconscious. That totem is tied to her. And when he spun it and locked it away, now forever in her subconscious, her totem is spinning. Which is why when she comes back to the real world, she's like, I gotta kill myself. We're not out yet. She still thinks her totem is spinning.
Wow.
So, what he should have, that's the critique of the movie, right? There's faults in every character.
Wow.
The fault he had was not simply grabbing the totem, walking to her, and spinning it in front of her. Because she had locked her totem away because she didn't want to go back.
So why does the inception of Fisher work? He didn't have a totem. He couldn't implant the idea. Oh, because
they're different versions of the Inception.
He didn't think it was still a dream. He knew he was out of the dream. He knew it was. He thought it was his own idea.
He thought it was his own subconscious, and thought it was his idea.
Guys, I watched this movie more times than both of them combined, and I didn't know that.
Her totem, as a person who does the dream, I guess I'm gonna call it dream walking, but like that's what it is. It's the totem, as they say at the beginning of the movie, it's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Your totem is how you know you're out or not.
Yeah.
That's why he's stressing over the top of the whole time.
I do wish they referenced Elliot Page's totem. They don't touch on it again. Like he never knocks over.
He shows the dice.
He knocked over the.
Oh my god! My beer is my totem.
Terrible totem.
So everybody knows the.
Everyone knows the weight of an empty beer.
That's a good quote. I'm gonna put that in the 14.
But he never knocks over like the bishop again. Or like that.
Yeah.
I wish it happened again.
Sure. Yeah. I think the
But
importance.
also, he's also the engineer, so like it. Adds to it.
There's an amount where it's like, everyone has a totem, but the focus is on Leonardo DiCaprio. So and the focus is also on his wife. And how that interacts.
Which translated to Spanish, bad.
It's an abbreviation of Mallory for sure, by the way. But yeah, so when he spin it and locks it back away, it's stuck in her subconscious because they go back up after that. They're old and lay the train tracks and die. And so then that's like, what are they gonna do? Stop the top from spinning? No, it's a seeded thought that she wasn't there for.
It's always a dream,
and it's tied to her subconscious.
Interesting.
That's why she
never picked up on that one.
Felt that was pretty clear, but that's yeah. But we wrapped it up with a movie, I guess.
Yeah. We're back after an hour and a half.
Where are we ranking this?
We haven't written down our movie in a while. But I got yours, John. Do you want me to announce yours to you?
Yes, please.
It's been a while.
Please.
You got number 1, Hook. Number 2, Parasite. From then on, it's What's Inside, Goonies, Goonies, Creep, Fall Guy, Dumb Money, Wolf Cop, Wizard of Oz, The Mummy, and Terminator at number 11.
This is going below Creep.
Below Creep, this is going to be your number 6 movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Inception.
I don't know what I said on my Wolf Cop.
Wolf Cop was your number 1.
Really? I don't think so.
Really?
We watched Chris the Were-Rabbit.
Not in the current season.
Oh, in the current season?
Yeah.
Because
you got 4 movies.
Wolf Cop. This goes above Wolf Cop.
This is number 1?
Well, you just said I'm limited by seasons, so I don't know what to tell you.
Why would you do that?
This is a better produced movie than Wolf Cop.
I'm putting this above Parasite. This is going at my number 3. So my order will be It's What's Inside, Hook, Inception, Parasite.
I think my ranking's better than mine.
Shut the fuck up. Dumb Money, Terminator, Goonies, Fall Guy, Creep, Wolf Cop, Mummy, Wizard of Oz.
Dumb Money over Terminator. Okay, sure. Dumb Money was good. I didn't expect you to put it over a cult classic like Terminator.
Yeah, looking back on Terminator, it's very like 1-2 hit.
Sure.
You know, like
no, they're sure. Like when you're actually watching one of those
Yeah.
cult classic movies, there's a difference between. I think, the reason what makes it a cult classic is what it inspires later.
yes.
Yeah.
So what impact it has on sort of story development going on.
I've actually
Sure.
interestingly enough, one of the classes I'm taking right now is entrepreneurship, and they come
Sure.
come up with a problem or whatever, and I just like I keep bullshitting answers. I'm like, my problem is sequels and replication in Hollywood right now, and like the more they make
it's
me
a real
write about
problem.
it, and I'm like, no, this really is like
It's a problem.
they keep making Terminators. They just made Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire,
Right.
more Jurassic Park movies, Beetlejuice. I'm like, they're just putting out more recognizable movies with recognizable actors, and it sucks.
That has been a thing since, I would say, right before COVID.
Yeah.
2019 is really where the peak of it kind of came from.
And they just keep hitting those same names and same
Right, because-
actors.
Disney knows it makes money.
Yep.
And
Indiana
every
Jones
other,
5,
every
like,
other
Little Mermaid
studio-
again.
Yeah,
It's like,
look, they know that the brand names puts butts in seats,
Yeah.
and that's what they do, and then you end up with slop.
and it's not
You end up with
entertaining.
slop, yeah.
They're putting out bad CGI because they can. It doesn't matter if they do.
I have a correction to that. The way they do CGI and those FX is they do they've outsourced, right? So they've outsourced their
Uh-huh.
FX production, and the way they do it is by saying, so we're making a movie, who wants to do the FX? And so all these
That's brave.
third party, right, all these third party companies go to them and say, I'll do it for this much.
Yeah.
And then another company says, well, I'll do it for lower. And
Mm.
they monopolize the fact that they know they'll have a movie that makes money
Yeah.
and a movie with brand recognition. So these third party companies come in and say, well, I want my name on the credits for this important movie.
Yeah.
And so they undercut each other. And so they end up with these third party FX studios that can't work. Have you seen the new Captain America yet, John?
I've seen clips.
So
The one thing I've seen
the
is-
blue screen is atrocious.
Yes.
Because I watched it on opening day.
The scene where they're on the Cherry Blossom Road.
Yeah, it's shit.
It's terrible.
As soon as it pans back to Anthony Mackie, it looks terrible. And the post-credit scene looks terrible
Terrible.
too, if you find a way to see a clip of it.
I don't think
It's
I'm going to go
terrible
see
blue
the
screen.
movie. It doesn't look good.
What-
Because I will say that a
what's
lot of
the
it was
end credits?
fine.
What's the end credit?
It's him docking in a jail scene with Leader. That's it.
He's docking?
Talking. Not
Oh.
docking with Leader. No.
Is it like, hey, I need to know the secret identity of Captain America?
No. No.
Anthony Mackie's talking with
Leader. The Leader, it's the
It's the guy from
It's the guy from Actual Incredible
Hulk.
The first one. Well, because the Leader.
which no one watched. That was 20 fucking years ago.
I watched it. That's again another FX movie.
Yeah.
It's
That's true. That is an FX movie.
It was
It's
actually
so-
like
it's-
a decent movie.
It is a
Yeah.
good movie. No, it's not bad because whatever. But
I wish they
they pulled
refilmed
Nolan.
it with Mark Ruffalo.
But the
he's
leader.
he's not a great
The leader
Bruce
is.
Banner.
The leader is. He's a comic book character, and
Okay.
they don't even call him the leader in the movie. I just looked it up after the movie. I was like, I know this guy. I know who
Yeah.
he is, and I was like, oh fuck, it's the leader. He's got his gamma radiation comes from. I don't know the comics version.
It
It's
was-
better, but it's
No,
Bruce.
it's
It's
Hulk's
Hulk's blood gets in his blood,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
instead of strength, it all goes to his brain,
Okay.
and he starts calculating.
Oh.
And so in the movie, they turn it into he's able to accurately predict probabilities. And the end credit scene is him talking about multiverse stuff as I've seen it in the probabilities.
Jesus.
So
And they related back to the multiverse. Oh my god, they did it!
yeah, well,
the
they
first
need to
movie
because that's how
cannot be.
they've crutched themselves into multiversing, which is but
You can separate yourself.
anyway, yeah, no.
I just
you
can't wait
can,
for
but-
all the pauses in the multiverse movies where it's like, here's
Yeah.
this character. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then-
the same way they did Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right. But the reason why FX keeps the SFX and stuff, like the blue screen stuff, has gotten worse. Watch fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. It's amazing.
Gorgeous in 2008.
Because it was in the studio.
Yeah.
It's outsourced now.
Yeah.
And they basically force all these companies to low bid each other, and they obviously run out of money.
It's fucked up.
You have to run out of money there, because when you're low bidding each other, until Disney says, your offer's good enough for me,
Yeah.
you do. Because I will say, the battleship scene in Captain America is good for those who have watched it at the point that this movie, the episode comes out. The battleship scene with Japan is pretty good. It looks good.
Yeah.
We're in Japan?
It looks good, kind of, Indian Ocean, but...
probably some Pearl Harbor, like,
No. It's Eternals reference, but...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because
yeah.
we're fighting for
it's Celestial Island, yeah. Which they inserted adamantium in the movie, by the way, so there's a chance that we get X-Men, Wolverine with it. Which, I'm happy with an adamantium introduction for Wolverine, because I think it could be fun, but, difference.
Movies currently today can be summed up in the Jeff Goldblum quote in Jurassic Park. We always ask, can we make it?
Can we not?
Never
not
should we.
People always quote, like, life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
It's like,
that's not the quote.
That is not the quote. It is that quote.
It's
really the should we play God here.
Yes.
Yeah,
which
for sure.
I know Jurassic Road Bloodlines is coming out. It's probably not going to be good, but I hope it's really good.
I hope it's good. It's actual horror take on Jurassic Park is a good
People
idea.
are complaining on this xenomorph Tyrannosaurus.
Oh no, it's going to be good.
That's fantastic.
Good. I think it's great.
Oh no, they messed up on their first try of genetic replication.
No, oh no, why'd they mess up? It's like, no, that's, I love
It's
that
the
they messed
idea
up.
of the movie.
That's what the Xenomorph...
That's the whole point.
That's what Xenomorph Baby did good for the
Yes.
new... I will say...
That's the whole point of the movie.
I did enjoy the new Alien movie.
This is the
which I know
test
it got
island.
shit on. I know it got shit on.
I haven't watched it. I want to.
Xenomorph Baby
good.
was,
It looks good.
Xenomorph Baby was good, I will say.
This is the test island. This is where they test
It's
everything
inside
out.
sea.
This is where they have tried DNA replication for the first time. They fucked it up. They made a xenomorph dinosaur because they fucked the DNA up.
Yeah.
Put a fucking xenomorph dinosaur in there. That's awesome.
That's great.
That's
good.
fantastic.
No, I think it's a good
I love
take
that.
on what Jurassic Park has always been modeled to be, but hasn't been.
Yeah.
Which is why it's in this like thriller category in my mind, but it's actually technically a horror.
And as much as
Park
I
is
complain
technically a
about
horror movie.
replication,
The second
that's
one,
a good way to do it.
The second Jurassic World movie is like a haunted house movie.
Yeah.
And
The
that's
Mansion's
good.
right.
And
Yeah.
I love the mansion
It's
one.
it's like actually a good movie.
That's the best of the trilogy.
People are like, it's not like the original.
I
And it's
rewatched
like,
that one
no.
recently. That's the best of the second trilogy.
What it's supposed to be is a horror movie about the consequences of your actions
Yeah.
with science. Like,
Yeah.
and that's. I'm gonna make two references here. One, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh my god, he did it.
Two, Jamiroquai, where he's sliding.
Yeah.
That song. Listen to the lyrics of that song.
I have not.
It's as
Rearranging
as
furniture,
genetics,
I know
as
that
we
part.
get better with genetics, people are gonna have designer babies.
yeah.
When you can start choosing the genetics of your baby, you're gonna have designer babies.
People already do.
Purple's in. Purple's in.
People already do.
Kind of, yeah. Well, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
To a degree, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it like? It's the whole Jeff Goldblum. But
There's some amount where I love. What I'm getting to is I love the trope in media, storytelling, movies, whatever else of beware of what you do with science. It's why I like Frankenstein the book.
Yeah.
It's. Should we?
That's
not
why,
can
like,
we? And
Guillermo del Toro
it's-
with a
I
Frankenstein
think-
movie coming out is going to be very good.
Yeah, it's same way Pinocchio. His Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio was good. It's like to what just because you can produce life in that way, should you?
Yeah.
It's episode 4 of Full Metal Brotherhood. Watch
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Jesus.
that'll fuck you up because
Watch.
it's
It's
just watch Full Metal
it'll
Brotherhood.
it'll take an hour of your time to get to that point.
Yeah, like,
And then
episode
they'll be
2
drawn
is
in.
crazy. That's when I stopped.
That's when you should start.
that's really yeah. Well, episode 1 does play into Brotherhood and more about
Yeah.
the show, but yes, the question, asking the question of science to what breaks morality is such an interesting question to me in terms of going forward with like AI and everything else. It's like, where do you draw your line when it comes to what you can create?
Yeah.
Because there's some degree of like when you're doing scientific research as a society, like I am very much forward for like science progressing humanity through some barrier where we're at the next level civilization. We're not even like a level 1 civilization yet, technically speaking. We're at level 1, we're not a level 2. I don't remember the levels, but
My brain immediately goes to, you ever play Spore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
I mean, very iRobot.
Sure, yeah,
And like, there's the whole idea that once we create like an organism that can create a different organism, that's when we can't prove that we're not the created organism.
Back to Inception, we're living in a simulation sort of a thing. Like, to what degree is the laws of physics that we live by arbitrarily selected? We have a set limit for the speed of light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a number in the simulation. That could be a number in the program that it can handle for the speed of light propagating, and that is the rate at which the computer we're living in can transmit information.
Yeah.
That's the absolute limit. Yeah. Why is that number the number it is? It could be that we're living in a simulation. There is that sort of ask there that it relates to Inception.
Yeah.
And I find those questions very intriguing as much as they are like Mortal Coil asks, right? Like, I just enjoy those, and you get it from, like, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, where it's, like, makes Frankenstein, and Frankenstein's like, fuck you for making me. I didn't ask to be made. Make me a girlfriend or I kill your wife. That is what happens in Frankenstein, by the way.
I did watch the Benedict Cumberbatch production of it, like, when he plays Frankenstein. He plays such a great Frankenstein in...
One of the... Is it Victor or whatever?
I think it's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
I don't know. It's like a live production, like play.
Oh, play. Oh, okay.
And he plays Frankenstein, and he plays such a good Frankenstein.
What, Victor or the monster? What do you mean?
He plays the monster. He plays the monster.
So that
Benedict
means
Cumberbatch.
Probably Frankenstein's monster.
He plays Frankenstein's monster. My bad. Yes.
Yes. When we're talking about Frankenstein,
he plays Frankenstein's monster
because it's also who is the monster in it.
It's Frankenstein.
Yeah. It's
That's person. A fucking non-answer. But yes, the
person is the monster.
Because he makes this creation and then it abandons him. Right.
Yes.
And it's because he's kind of rightfully terrified of the thing he made. He was deep in the delusion of the science to just doing what he's like, I know I can do this.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do this, and did it and was like, fuck. I made a corpse out of body parts and it's alive now. Also, electricity's not in the book. It's some chemical he makes to do life.
Interesting.
Here's a quote.
Read the book. It's good.
There is one line taken out of all the original releases of Frankenstein. What does it pertain to?
One original line?
Quote from the original movie that came out.
The only one I can think of is like, it's alive.
It's alive.
So it's after he says that, he goes, I'm God.
I'm God, yeah. That's also in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about, that we live in a simulation. He was the person who can create life, which makes him now what is within, now kind of proves that we could be in a simulation.
Yes.
When you can create a simulation, that the simulation can evolve enough to make a simulation of its own, you've proven that the levels could exist, which means you could be a lower level in the simulation. Yeah. So I am become God, something of that matter. I don't remember the actual quote.
I don't remember the actual quote, but it's something along the lines like,
he's like, I'm God.
I don't fear him, for I have become him.
Yes, that's pretty close.
And it's very like he's not talking to the other people; he's screaming at the sky too. Mm-hmm. So that's also a big thing because he's yelling at the sky. So that means like he's looking up at the head.
His presumable
He does
God.
it. In the book, obviously there's no Igor.
I think
doing
he
it-
has
well,
assistants.
He makes his first creation was like a monkey that goes rampage
Yeah.
in the book. Rampage is the laboratory he's working in Switzerland. He's from Switzerland. He's from Geneva. Like, his college, his university's in Geneva, and he's like in a lab by himself. And his mentor that pushes him is like a professor, and that he works with that professor to get a lot of the research done. And then secludes himself in a laboratory working with monkey parts. Makes a living monkey that goes on a rampage. I think the monkey dies a couple hours later, minutes later. I don't remember. And then his next attempt at this serum, because this is like proto-science at the time, when Mary Shelley's writing it.
Because like early England is.
This is like around the time that vampire novels were being written.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually Lord Byron. There's the Irish guy who wrote Dracula.
Yeah.
It's an Irish guy who writes it. Comes from. He's actually the one who makes vampires associated with wealth. Is because he sees the British during the British famine in the 1800s of Ireland, where he's like, the wealthy are evil here, because it's the British people exporting food from Ireland while they're starving because the potato crop is failing.
Yeah.
They're exporting food from Ireland and sees like all these landlords and other like people are like have all these wealth and are just starving them. And the colloquial myth of vampires has been like blood disease, which was tied to rabies and corn coming from the New World and not prepared well. So rabies is like you bite people, you get aggressive, and you fear running water. That's another thing for vampires that isn't around anymore, is vampires can't cross running streams.
Yeah.
So the fear of water comes from the rabies part, and it's like you get more aggressive kind of randomly, and then
That's also the
preparing-
whole covered bridge.
Yeah.
Like evil can't cross a covered bridge.
Right, and you have to be invited in, whatever else. Like it's the fear of sunlight comes from preparing corn incorrectly. There's a disease you get from preparing corn incorrectly that makes you sun sensitive. And then you're also your nose senses get overwhelmed, and so your strong sense like garlic deter you. You're
That's so cool.
It's preparing corn incorrectly
so
from the New
cool.
World is like so people getting that and rabies and the fact that people would know people for years and they would commit heinous crimes of serial killings and murder. They're like, I knew them their whole life. They must have been. We know that blood exists as like disease transferring.
Yeah.
This is like the breaking point of science and romanticism, and it's like. It's a mix of science and romanticism, and it's like, it's a blood disease. It's like demon ritual, but now let's apply it to science.
Yeah.
This is this folklore thing we have.
Also, speaking of folklore and vampires, I do like in the new Nosferatu that they include vampires biting
The
like,
heart.
chest,
Yeah.
because that's like
Because
heart
you get bitten by this vampire who comes from the woods as this wild man.
Yeah.
Who got bit by a wolf and got rabies.
Yeah.
Who comes out of the woods crazy and trying to bite people. And then they go crazy.
Yeah.
But it's people who commit these heinous crimes would then get decapitated and staked to their coffin.
That scene in Nosferatu where he's sucking the blood out of what was it? Whoever plays Beast.
Yeah.
The slurping in that scene. Ugh.
That's the point. Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, you're not supposed to be.
I'm not
Unlike
supposed
many
to be enjoying
women,
it.
yeah, you're not supposed to be here panties. Like you're not.
You must abound.
It's,
It was bombs
it's
on
Crazy.
Also, I do like the point, and I really hope it gets brought up in this movie that Jurassic Park wasn't in the dinosaur business; they were in the making monsters business.
Yeah,
because
that's what Claire gets to. It's more what people
Did
love.
I send you the
more teeth.
Yeah.
The Fast and Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's like we gotta come. We know that two franchises have been stretching themselves past. We got Fast and Furious. We got Jurassic Park. Let's combine them. We're gonna send.
Family.
We're gonna send Dom's family to Costa Rica, where they. The Dom rides a velociraptor.
Isla Nubla or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time we review the beer.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I got mine
okay.
tipping over here.
Yeah, I would say mine is
in my room.
We
Oh,
didn't.
it's fun.
Juice
Grows
Monkey.
on me.
Yeah, Juice Monkey.
Every
it's
mon-
it's
yeah.
fruit punch.
Every monkey beer grows on me as I drink it more. I think sour,
Even
sour,
berry and sour.
sour. I haven't had very much.
Sour is crazy.
Berry, I've had a couple sips of. Golden Monkey, which hasn't actually been on this
I've not had
podcast
Golden
yet,
Monkey.
and I keep telling them they should run it, is really good. It's a Belgian triple instead of an IPA. So it's still 9.5%.
This one tastes a lot like the gummy worm one that we had a few
Yeah.
weeks back.
Yeah, I like it. It's about a 4.38.
That's high.
Tasted
It's higher than I thought.
To me, it tasted like Capri Sun fruit punch with a nose hit.
Yeah.
The hit to my sinuses.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a 3.89. It's a little bit below for me. It's
I don't have a
not
ranking.
when I want to go a beer. It's not what I'm looking for.
No, I'm just not
Sure.
mad.
So far, none of the monkeys are what I'm looking for when I go beer, but it's good.
Golden Monkey will be an epiphany.
I feel
Okay.
I'll say.
I'll
I
take
loved
it.
it. I loved it when I tried it. the other
If
day.
you're adding this monkey to the bed, I don't think I fall off and hit my head.
I'll take your word
It's
on
pretty
that.
good.
So
And we were ranking Inception, so we're good. That's it.
yeah, we already ranked. So
Damn.
so
Long
there's only
episode.
one thing left to do, Ryan. I want you to stand by that camera as I roll us out of here.
What you got?
Again.
A little closer here.
No, we can't see what it lands on.
Right.
we
Will
got-
the footage get cut?
We oh